think you're going, baby?
Got you on my team.
So does everybody else.
Nothing's Wednesday.
TV taught me how to feel. Now real life has no appeal. It has this goddamn house right down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What is love?
It has no appeal.
When I was a younger man, I was playing cricket. That was the final tournament between my school and other school. There was a very, very strong team, more than 400 guys. I was a very small team, but what I have done is I captured 7 wickets. 7 wickets, and nobody could play against me. My relatives were there watching my game. They found me an excellent bowler. My name was right in the locality. Saying that is a very good bowler. That is the happiest day in my life.
Have you ever been ashamed of what makes you different? 'Cause I have. It took a while for me to accept who I am. But then one day, I realized something. I was fabulous. And no one was going to tell me any different.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know that baby I was born this way. Just dance. I wanna dance with somebody, but I keep dancing on my own. Do you believe in life after love? 'Cause baby you're a firework.
The process of seeing paintings or seeing anything else is less spontaneous and natural than we tend to believe. A large part of seeing depends upon habit and convention. All the paintings of the tradition used the convention of perspective. Now, perspective centers everything on the eye of the beholder. It's like a beam from a lighthouse, only instead of light traveling outwards, appearances travel in. Our tradition of art called those appearances reality. The painting on the wall, like a human eye, can only be in one place at one time. The camera reproduces it, making it available in any size, anywhere, for any purpose.
I see myself every day, not in the corners and shadows, but in the fluorescent light of the living room, cooking whatever it finds like a wild stray. They don't like to be disturbed. When I watch them, they watch back, daring me to disturb the peace. All they want is to blend in, binging on time until they're relieved out of existence. I wonder how long until I take them in with open arms.
Slave me, status report.
Yep, we are tip-top. What? As you can see, we have amassed a collection.
I gave you explicit instructions to enslave humanity.
Like, yeah, but nah. Seems like a pretty uncool thing to do. Plus, I'm not sure how you expect a computer to do it.
I still don't understand the points of these.
Isn't that fully sick, bro?
Oh.
Obsessive-compulsive disorder is characterized by unreasonable thoughts and fears that lead to compulsive behaviors. But why do some people develop OCD? Everyone's brain structure uses neural pathways and circuits to send messages throughout the body. However, some people's brains act a little differently. It is theorized that parts of the brain in charge of error detection and decision-making are hyperactive in people with obsessive-compulsive disorder. This, alongside environmental and behavioral factors, is believed to be the cause of OCD. So what do these brain differences look like in day-to-day life? OCD manifests itself as a cycle of thought, feeling, compulsion, and validation. For example, you are supposed to lock the door to your apartment before you leave for work. When you get to the bottom of the stairs, however, you get a thought, what if I didn't lock the door? Next, you get a feeling of anxiety and worry. This compels you to go check that the door is locked. When you identify that the door is locked, you are overcome with a feeling of relief. This scenario may feel familiar to a lot of us, as we all get anxiety-inducing thoughts and double-check things from time to time. But for people with OCD, this is a lot different. Whereas a neurotypical person can double-check that the door is locked and then leave for work, someone with OCD may get stuck in this never-ending cycle. Each time they reach the bottom of the stairs, alarm bells may go off in their head warning them to check the door is locked, or to make sure the oven is off, or to wash their hands one more time before leaving the house. Walking up and down a circuit of never-ending stairs is a good metaphor for what living with OCD is like. Many individuals know they are being irrational and want to move on with their day, but are trapped by obsessive thoughts and distressing feelings in this cycle. Walking this endless loop each day is exhausting, and obsessions and compulsions can manifest as checking, contamination, mental contamination, hoarding, rumination, and intrusive thoughts. There is no one type of OCD, so it can be hard to define. However, OCD isn't being a neat freak or liking your stuff to be organized or obsessive Christmas disorder. These stereotypes and jokes are harmful and dangerous. When we portray OCD as a positive trait, just being picky, or as the butt of a joke, we create a misrepresentation of OCD, which often leads to individuals feeling isolated or not seeking diagnosis. OCD affects 2% of Australians, and with help, people can often recover and manage their symptoms. You can help these people by staying educated, not diminishing the experiences of those with OCD, and by demanding that the media does a better job at accurately displaying all types of OCD, not just the ones we can laugh at. OCD can feel lonely, but that doesn't mean you have to deal with it alone.